Bruno. I think you receive a message. It's only click on go out to accept, and we are online on YouTube. Hello, YouTubers. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Bruno. How are you?
Hello. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, guys?
Very nice. And you?
Better now with you guys.
Very good. Bruno, I think, are you a host here, right?
Yeah, I'm a host. Yeah.
Very nice. So we are online on YouTube, guys. So hello, YouTubers. Today we are talking about how to manage our emotions. I think it's a very good subject, and especially today. So we will have so many topics inside of this main topic. And I will share with you a short video. But before that, let me only explain the talk and talk structure. So we will start with a presentation, and during 40 minutes, we have the discussion using some questions, and after I will ask you to summarize our discussion. And I don't know, the last time you are on mute, Marcio.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Mariana. I said with my wife.
Okay. Okay. So last time it's only to read up the talk. So let me share with you the video, and I will only ask you to confirm if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your
Okay.
screen.
Perfect. So let me put here. And can you hear the video?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and your friend need to ace Friday's exam to avoid summer classes. And after a week of studying, you both feel confident that you pulled it off. But when you get your grades back, they're much lower than the two of you expected. You're devastated. However, your friend doesn't seem too bothered, and it's making you wonder why you can't shake this off like they can. But should you really be trying to look on the bright side? And is controlling our emotions even possible in the first place? The answer to the last question is a definitive yes. There are numerous strategies for regulating our emotions, and one framework to understand these techniques is called the process model. Psychologists use this tool to identify where and how to intervene in the process that forms our emotions. That process has 4 steps. First, we enter a situation, real or imagined, and that draws our attention. Then we evaluate or appraise the situation and whether it helps or hinders our goals. Finally, this appraisal leads to a set of changes in how we feel, think, and behave, known as an emotional response. Each step of this process offers an opportunity to consciously intervene and change our emotions, and the process model outlines what strategies we might try at each phase. To see this in action, let's imagine you've been invited to the same party as your least favorite ex, and their new partner. Your first strategy could be avoiding the situation altogether by skipping the party. But if you do attend, you could also try modifying the situation by choosing not to interact with your ex. If that's proving difficult, you might want to shift your attention. maybe by playing a game with your friends rather than focusing on your ex's new partner. Another option would be to reevaluate how you think about the situation. After seriously reappraising things, you might realize that you don't care who your ex dates. If none of these strategies work, you can always try tempering your emotional response after the fact. But this can be tricky. Many of the easiest ways to do this, like hiding your emotions or trying to change them with recreational drugs, generally lead to more negative feelings and health concerns in the long term. More sustainable strategies here include going for a long walk, taking slow, deep breaths, or talking with someone in your support system. While using all these strategies well takes practice, learning to notice your emotions and reflect on where they're coming from is half the battle. And once you've truly internalized that you can regulate your emotions, doing so becomes much easier. But should you use these techniques to constantly maintain a good mood? That answer depends on how you define what makes a mood good. It's tempting to think we should always try to avoid sadness and frustration, but no emotion is inherently good or bad. They're either helpful or unhelpful, depending on the situation. For example, if a friend is telling you about the loss of a loved one, feeling and expressing sadness isn't just appropriate, it can help you empathize and support them. Conversely, while it's unhealthy to regularly ignore your emotions, forcing a smile to get through a one-time annoyance is perfectly reasonable. We hear a lot of mixed messages about emotions. Some pressure us to stay upbeat, while others tell us to simply take our emotions as they come. But in reality, each person has to find their own balance. So, if the question is, should you always try to be happy? The answer is no. Studies suggest that people fixated on happiness often experience secondary negative emotions like guilt or frustration over being upset and disappointment that they don't feel happier. This doesn't mean you should let sadness or anger take over, but strategies like reappraisal can help you reevaluate your thoughts about a situation, allowing you to accept that you feel sad and cultivate hope that things will get better. If someone told you not to do something, would that make you want to do it? Learn about what psychologists refer to as the Romeo and Juliet effect with this video, or get more actionable science-based advice on how to build character at ed.ted.
Okay, so the video brings us some techniques to help us managing our emotions. But before we start with the discussion, I would like to ask you to present ourselves. So Marcio, can you start, please? And if you can bring a word related with this topic, or some comments about the video, what do you prefer?
Okay, so my name is Marcio Nunes. I live in my city called Linhares, the state of Espírito Santo. I'm 44 years old. I'm married. I live with my wife and my son. I have a little dog. I'm a student administration. I'm a student English. This video is very interesting because this moment another person I need help one way in several times. Only one word, one advice help a lot this moment. I think interesting this topic today because to manage your emotion in several times is very, very hard because it depends on situation about perception in your life, about love and work and the children is very, very complicated to deal with manage your emotion. I think very interesting this topic today.
Very nice. Yeah, and I totally agree. It's very hard to share our emotion, discuss about it with our partner or our work colleagues. So it's complicated. And you, Bruno, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bruno. I'm from Sun City. I'm 33 years old. I'm married. I'm a financial analyst, and I have been working at a freight forwarder company for almost 10 years. I will complete 10 years in June. And I'm host here as well. So my meetings are on Saturday. And if you want to come, I would love to receive you all, And what else? Yeah, I think that's all. And about today's topic, I think that the topic is really good, That's the reason that I'm here, because I read the questions, and the questions were well elaborated, Congrats, Mariana.
Thank you.
And the video was awesome, we can see there, we could see there that emotions are important, for our daily basis, we need to deal with it, not just in family environment, but at work as well, I think that work, maybe for most of people, is the place that you get more frustrated, and stressed. So that's the reason that we need to deal with our emotions, in everywhere in general. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think my life changed a lot after I knew about no violent communication, especially in my work, I think, because I think we can discuss and we can talk about everything, but we can choose a better way to do it. So if we have tools to make our life easier, I think this is the ideal situation. And no violent communication, it's the best for me. It's very, very nice. And you, Juliana, can you talk about you?
Yeah, sure. My name is Juliana, but my friends called me Julie. I'm living in Belo Horizonte. I'm a lawyer and data protection, and I'm a journalist too. And today I'm using my day to relax and watch movies. And I think this topic, it's really necessary. It's really crucial for all people, for the children, for everyone. And they put these how do you say, these tools in practice, because this is hard to do these things, to control the emotions. And I think it's really important, and this topic you'd be stayed in all schools, inside the companies, and inside the churches, and all society.
Yeah, I totally agree, because we don't usually talk about our emotions, our feelings, and it's so necessary. So I think we can start. The first question here is, how do you usually deal with a frustrating or unexpected situation, Juliana?
I'm dealing with frustrations. I'm talking about the things I can, how do we say? I can transformation. Things I need to do anything. And so I'm impossible to do this, and I need to accept. And I'm always talk with myself like I'm a older person. I'm said, this Julie, you can do anything for this situation. You need to accept.
Yeah. Maybe have you tried to not accept it, but see the situation in a different way? Because sometimes something happen, but and we react, but we don't have the total the overview about the situation. I mean, we don't have the other perspective. So maybe it's not only accepted because only accept, but can causing a suffering, but try to understand the thing in a other way. I don't know.
Yeah, I think at the moment you need to look for older perspectives, what the older people think about the situation. Mainly people inside the situation, of course. But I think at the moment you need to accept it. Okay, the situations I can transform it. I can do anything. Like the famous phrase em Brasil said, aceitar aquilo que você não consegue mudar, né?
Yeah. And you, Bruno, how do you usually deal with the situations?
Well, it's hard to say, because when something happens and you don't expect for it, it's really complicated. Always try to see the things in a bright side. I mean, I always expect the best. Even if the situation is not good for me at the moment, I always try to see the bright side of everything. And in some situations, I believe that we need to breathe in and breathe out. It takes a moment to think about it, analyze the situation, and then take a decision. Because if you act by instinct, maybe you will make a wrong decision and you will be regret about it. So, and as we could watch on the video, I think that sometimes it's good when you feel sad, when you feel upset, because you are dealing with your emotions, and it's important for our mental healthy, and yeah, but of course that you will not be sad for a long time, because it can become a depression situation. But it's just to learn how to deal with it, and allow yourself feel that way, for a moment, not for life, but just for a moment. It's healthy. It's not you make you something harmful, to you. It's just a moment in our lives, that happens. It's normal, and then you will overcome it and go for your goals. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. I think this first moment, the suffering, it's part of the process.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Yeah.
then we need to decide what we, or how we can change this mood.
Yeah.
And you, Marcio, how do you deal with this situation?
So for me, this situation frustrating and unexpected. It's happening today. I'm 44 years old. I'm an experienced person. This situation nowadays, I try the focus in solution because the problem is happening. I know about it, but my focus is in about solution because the first frustrating and unexpected situations can transform the bad feeling about the depression. In my case, I try focus and the solution because it is happening unfortunately, but several situation I focus in the solution. Last year, I had one hard moment about employment, but unfortunately, the long time, my focus in the solution, looking for, and I have my faith in my God and focus in solution. Nowadays, I get a new position, but I still looking for the another position because nowadays I study English, I study administration, and another course I have it. My focus another position. Nowadays, this position helping me because I'm patient about continuous looking for this specific position. For me, this feelings, the bad feelings, I try administration about focus in solution.
Congrats for your new job. I remember that you commented about this, about that you were looking for a position. So very nice. I'm happy for you.
It is my first week.
Very nice. Welcome aboard. And Marcio, do you usually hide your feelings?
Yes, for me it's natural because I said my focus is solution. I like it transmission. I forgot another person about happy and joy, another good feeling. Man, my family, my wife and my son, another person. This bad feeling I usually write because I try administration about to keep my focus in solution, but in some moments is hard situation. I know I need to talk about these problems, but I said I like the transmission another person my position vibe because I'm a person positive. I'm happy. This feeling I like to transmit. Another I look at administration this way. But I know in several times I need to talk more about it. My wife talk about this with me several times. And in some moments I talk about it with any problem because my wife participated this situation about our family. But for me, in several times, I write my feelings.
Yeah, and I think for men it's more complicated because I don't know if you have space and intimacy maybe to share these issues and these feelings with your friends. Because, for example, when I'm talking with my friends, I have this space, so I can share my problems, if I fight with my boyfriend or not, or something like this. But my friends, my boyfriends, told me that they don't have this space. Do you agree?
Yes,
It's complicated, no? Because
yes,
it's hard.
complicated the situation you said, but several people not interesting about our problems. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
need to talk more, but I know the another people's different friends and colleagues not interesting about here problems another person because the situation in my case, for example, I write my feelings because I want to transmit a positive vibe.
Mhm. And you, Bruno?
Well, in my case, I am a kind of person that I can hide anything, I mean, when I get frustrated or happy or, or stressed with something, you can see it on my face, and I can hide it. Of course, there is a difference between you being frustrated, being stressed, or being happy, and the way that you deal with people, because even though you are stressed, you cannot uh, treat people like shit, let's say like this. You need to be respectful, you need to be, polite, and that's the difference, even though I'm stressed or upset, I always try to treat people in the way that I would like to be treated, so that's the point. And about friends, I don't have so much friends, I consider my wife as a friend as well. My wife is my friend, my queen, and everything that I need to talk about, I talk to her, and she knows uh, when I get frustrated or upset, or stressed. She knows me well, and we talk about it. But I don't think that I complain a lot. I don't like to complain, so I think that it's easy to talk to me. I prefer to listen than to talk. Yeah, that's it.
But if you have any problem, do you say or you write or you hide this?
No, if I have some problems, I like to talk with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
About friends, I don't have so much friends. I mean, I have friends, but it's just few friends, friends that I trust, but I don't like to share my personal life, something like that. I prefer talk about it with my family at home, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
There are some situations that you need to keep your secret, you know, and tell with just to people that you will trust, you know. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I understood. And Juliana, do you usually hide your feelings or not?
Sometimes I think it's important hide your feelings uh, for you not spread to other people. Maybe you upset and you can let the older people worried with you. I think it's important. Or sometimes you can demonstrate you are upset in your place, your job, for example. And I think at the moment it's necessary to hide your feelings.
Yeah. Um, when you were talking, in my mind showed up the word vulnerability, because I think that's it. And it's complicated, especially in the work.
Yeah, I think when people talk about vulnerability, I think you need to demonstrate you can do everything, things like this, but your feelings not necessary you need to demonstrate for the people.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree. Mm.
yeah, like Bruno said, some feelings, some situation need to share you with people, uh, exactly people for your, in case he's for his wife. Uh, I'm, for example, sometimes I'm sharing things with specific friends. There are friends I will talk about this topic. Older older friends I will talk older things. I think it is. You need to know how I can share this situation.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, sometimes it's not good to share our things with everybody. Yeah. And Bruno, do you have a strategy to manage your feelings? And if yes, can you share with us?
My strategy. Yeah, you know, I think that when you are feeling upset or stressed, you know, you can maybe you can listen to music, you know, think about good. And personally, I always try to think that that situation will pass, you know, because it's just a moment that we are living in. But uh, during a time, you know, it will pass and everything's gonna be alright, you know. So I always try to think like this. And just to add something that Juliana said, that it was very interesting, you know, about for example, even though you are feeling upset, you don't need to say it for people around you. You know, you just, for example, if I tell you, if I ask you, Mariana, how are you feeling today? Even though you are stressed or upset with something, you don't need to say to me. You know, you just say, okay, I'm feeling good. That's it. You know, you don't need to say your personal and secrets. You know, for all people. You know, even though you are how can I say it? your face, your gestures are saying other things, because your body language, when you are upset, when you are happy, your body language talk through you, people understand you by your body language. So, but you don't need to say that you are feeling or you are passing through some hardship. It's something different between say something and not say anything. It's a good point, Juliana. Really good point. Yeah, that's it, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And you, Juliana, do you have any strategy?
So my strategies are I put limit in people, and I say no, I can do this. I disagree with the situation, and when the situation is stressful or let me angry, I'm not respond. I'm not answer at the moment. I'm prefer to process inside me, and the after I talk about this with the person, and I always breathe, because sometimes it's helping too much.
I totally agree. Yeah. Yeah, and I think this is a good strategy. I think put limits, it's essential for everybody because it's complicated. And I think take this time to processing the discuss or the situation. It's good, and avoiding so many other discussions and problems. And yeah, and I think you started met with Bruno because maybe when you listen a music, it's for that. It's this time to processing. Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah, and I write about this problem, and what solution I could be for the situation, what things I can talk about with people, because I know the words all after you said, and it's no note back.
Yeah. And you, Marcio?
So, in my case, I have several strategies for uh, uh, administration in my emotion. For example, during the week, depends the problem. I like to put my cell phone. This I like to play one match the Sudoku, because I like to try my I forgot in English, raciocínio lógico. The game is very nice for raciocínio lógico. I like to play the Sudoku during the week. Another moment I stay alone because I think about this problem. During weekend, I like to open one beer, to sit, and I listen one music. I watch one video. I think about the problem because the weekend is more difficult to resolve some problems. The problem is I like to resolve it during the week, Monday and Friday. That week, during the weekend, I like to think about this strategies I use because the game helped me to think different way to deal this problem. When I stay alone, I think about this problem with focus in solution. And weekend, I looking for relax because when I relax, I help me to think more easy about several problems. I have a lot of problems.
Yeah. One thing, when you told about focus on results,
Yes.
I have the same mindset, and this sometimes it's not necessary. For example, if a friend shares with you issue, sometimes this person needs only share their problem. It's not only to, it's not ask for your help. It's only, do you know, when you talk, it's this. And I usually start to find solutions for this person, and it's not this. And I did exactly this with Juliana in the first question, and after I thought, oh, Mariana, no, it's not. I'm not here for that. And sorry, Juliana. I think it's a good point.
Do you already read the book Mindset?
Not yet. Did you read?
I read this book Mindset 2 times. This book is very, very interesting. Helping me about I know about me, about to think different about the problems. It's interesting to read the book Mindset because it helps a lot to deal several questions about your life. Interesting book.
Good. No, I took notes here. And in the video brings us a very nice strategy. So when you are in a very stressful situation and before react, they told, no, you need to reevaluate the situation. And they shared an example. The person arrived in a party and there was her ex-boyfriend with another girl, and because it's very complicated, because it's like you, I don't know, take other perspective in a rational side or thinking, and reevaluate our emotions. I think it's a good, very good tip and a very good strategy. Very hard, but I think it's useful. And Juliana, when you are facing a difficult emotional situation, do you often try to reevaluate how you're thinking about that? I mean, do you do this exercise
Yes, I always do exercise about the situations, and I learned it to write about situation, difficult situations I live it, and I put in my I don't know the word, but I put in my notice how how solution I met for this situation. And I'm always doing. I'm always looking for these notes. I have a lot of notebooks. I call it self-development, and I always write about these things.
And can you do this during the fight, for example? In the middle of the situation, no, I need a
No.
time, reevaluate, because I think this is the point. This is the you know, the
At the moment.
at the moment. Yeah.
Yes, at the moment I do the things I said for you. If I live with the person, I evaluation the situation. If I live with the person, if I work with the person, the people, the situation, I probably I'm not answer at the moment. Are you talking with people in the older moment after I'm process the situation inside the me, because I maybe the situation it's so stressful. I can be paralyzed, or I can be more angry and say things I will regret after. And so I never answer at the moment. But if the person I need to put limit at the moment, of course I will put limit at the moment. Sometimes people I don't know, I never see, probably I never see the people again. For example, inside the bus, men doing wrong things with woman. You react at the moment, okay? But we, if I want to live with the people for a long time, if people, my relatives or my colleagues at work, I need to talk about it at the older moment.
Yeah. I think it's the idea. Yeah. And you, Bruno?
Well, yeah, I think it's healthy when you are trying to reevaluate something, because you are trying to think in a different way, and it's good, because you are not stuck with that idea, I mean, sometimes you need to change your mindset, and maybe changing your mindset, you can get better options, and make better choice for your life. So yeah, I always try to reevaluate the situation, And one thing that you are saying about doing arguing, reevaluate the situation and change your mindset. It is a little bit complicated, because when you are arguing about something, it's you have a lot of different things to deal with. For example, your pride, For example, if I'm arguing with my wife, for example, it's hard to know that she's right because of my pride, you know. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, or for it can happen, you know. But in the same way that it's you need to deal with your pride, I think that is a humble gesture when you admit that you are wrong about something. You know, it's not something that you need to be ashamed with about it, but is a sign of uh, a sign of you are humble. You know, so it's really good. I think it's not something that you need to be ashamed. It's something that you need to be proud of it. You know? So yeah, but doing the arguing is really complicated to say that you are reevaluating something because uh, your pride is involved and it's complicated to change your mind. You know? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I think during arguing, I already I've already done. I need a time. I don't know. I don't want to discuss more, so that's it. I need 30 minutes or blah, just thinking about, and in 30 minutes or we can discuss again.
because it's different. For example, we are having a conversation right now, and if I'm trying to convince you all about something, okay, you can change your mindset easily. But if we all are arguing, you know, in arguing, it's hard to say, you are right, you know, because of your pride. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's complicated. And you, Marcio?
So, in my case, it is very natural. I evaluate several situations because I see another question. I like to think about my focus in solution. I need reevaluation because that moment I not find the solution. I need to think different. I use the phrase em the português, pensar fora da caixa. In my case, I like in that moment to stop, to think and look at different solution this problem. This problem, I need to reevaluate the way because in several situations, this moment I get new solution for specific problem.
Yeah, I agree. I think you were a very rational person, Marcio.
So this moment, yes, I said about the I read the book mindset, the book interesting. This moment, I like to think a little. I'm a patient person. Is natural for me. I stopped to think about solution. I talk a lot of about this with my wife because when she have any problem, she talk different about the problem is I don't say in English, but she aumenta demais the problem. I talk with her about stop. We need to think more about these problems where you get the solution.
Yeah, I think sometimes we have overreactions and That's it. Especially, no, not especially because, but sometimes I have overreactions, and I'm learning with with this meeting today. And we have 4 minutes, guys. So last question. I would like to have more time because this is a very nice topic. Do you tend to avoid difficult conversation, or do you prefer to take them right away? Bruno.
Yeah, it's hard to have difficult conversations, but it's necessary, and when you need to do this, I think that you need to go ahead and do whatever you need to do in order to solve and, live your life in a better way. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And you, Juliana? You are muted. Ish. Maybe internet connection issues. And you, Marcio?
So, in my case, I try about the difficult conversation always, because difficult conversation about the I forgot to prolongar the problem. My focus is solution. I like to talk about solution. This happening always at my house because I said I need to talk my wife because several times she like difficult conversation. I try with her, my wife. We need to talk about solution because we need to spend your time to think about solution. The difficult conversation about the problem help, I said, I forgot, prolongar the hard situation. When you invert the situation, the focus is solution is more easy. Do you find one several times not solution, but the situation more easy to enfrentar this problem.
To face it.
This situation to face more easy this problem.
Yeah.
I need to participate more in your meeting. There is single topic and discussion.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I think I don't avoid hard discussions because actually I like them, but I agree it's very complicated. But I think during this conversation, during hard conversation, we can fix and solve the issues. So it's not possible to, for example, in a relationship, to fix something without discuss about it, or to make clear your values, your needs. So I think it is important. Guys, I shared with you a survey link on the chat, and this is the space. It's anonymous space. So please, if you have a topic suggestions, or I don't know, what do you want to share that in this field? You are free. And thank you so much to stay here, especially today, especially during a holiday. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye bye,
See you
guys.
later.